You Say was actually a song from a previous band Jimmy, myself, and Eric were in, which I kind of consider the sort of like the first iteration of Holy Coast.
Former Grubby song. Grubby Boss song.
So this is the song that we wrote in, I think it was 2019, in our old drummer's basement. I love you, Jake.
When Nick joined the band, I think it was one of the demos I sent out, from my riff locker.
The first time Ian sent it to me, he sent me like a rough practice version of them playing it as Grubby Paws, and I immediately was like, fuck, we need to do that song. That's such a rad song. It's the most punk song on the record, and it's the most like, it's just kind of wild and all over the place.
I loved how that track turned out. It sounds like the anger meter got turned up to 11. Like just everything in the song was
took it and ran with it, and it's exactly, I think, the way that I heard it in my head when we were talking about what it should sound like on the record.
The Words You Say is one of those rare instances where you have a vision of a song and then you record it and you listen back to it and you go, that's exactly how I heard it. Every single detail of it is 1000% how I wanted it to be.
Not to compare us to the Beatles.
Huh?
It reminds me of like some of the shit the Beatles did in their later years when they were all like, dropping acid in India and shit. Where they're like, it starts out here, but then like there's this weird piano break and it goes into like a bouncy little tune. They were gonna bring it back, and like that's kind of what this song does. It takes on a couple different life forms in a really short amount of time.
Full surprise for me, because I've never heard the song, didn't really know we were throwing it on there until like I think maybe a couple weeks before it.
Yeah. This was my response to dealing with falling out I had with somebody, and it was a very messy kind of separation, and it was sort of my letter to them saying, you don't have power over me anymore. Because the reality is, sometimes it is in the words that you say, it's sometimes in the hurtful things that you do, but a lot of the hurt comes from the things that you didn't do and the things that you didn't say.